Mid-afternoon. I've gone 250 miles. 50 miles left to get home. There's two ways to go, time to choose. Get on the interstate or climb the mountains on State Route 89A into Jerome. That means wiggling through 19 miles of twisties after Jerome. It's been a long day, but on a motorcycle, one can't resist the Jerome Twist. Near the top of Cleopatra Hill in the Black Hills of Yavapai County between Prescott and Flagstaff, you'll find the wickedest town in the West. That's how the Sun newspaper described Jerome in 1903. Founded in 1876, Jerome at one time was the fourth largest city in Arizona. Its population peaked near 15,000 in the 1920s. Back then, 80% were men, and the most successful businesses in town served alcohol, gambling, and prostitution. The copper mines gave Jerome boom and bust times. Copper prices collapsed during the Depression, but they shot up high during World War II. In 70 years, the mines produced over $1 billion worth of gold, copper, silver, and zinc. In 1953, the mines closed for good, and the population dropped to only 50 people. In 1967, Jerome became a National Historic Landmark. The town slowly reinvented itself, with art galleries, coffee houses, restaurants, a state park, a museum devoted to mining history. The town also still had a great view of the Verde Valley and the San Francisco peaks. Today, the population is about 450. And don't forget the ghosts. Ghost stories abound in Jerome, especially connected to the Grand Hotel, which opened in '96. Before that, the building sat empty for 46 years. Its last caretaker committed suicide in the boiler room. Before that, it was the United Verde Hospital, built in 1926 to replace an older hospital built in 1917. That one got damaged by blasting at the mine. Over 9,000 people died in the United Verde Hospital over the years. No wonder people see and hear ghosts, but especially on the third floor where the operating room used to be. Most people died there. Hotel guests hear labored breathing, coughing, screaming, and even a baby crying. Room 35 is where the little boy appears. Room 32 is known as the most haunted area, a place where 2 suicides occurred at different times. One man jumped from the window, and another man shot himself. Near the former X-ray room, screaming and yelling is heard. Claude Harvey was found in the basement, crushed by the 1926 Otis elevator, and his ghost appears in the basement of the 30,000 square foot building. A bearded man likes to visit rooms, and a ghost cat lays on beds. Orbs, streaks of light, and hazy apparitions are seen. Hotel visitors write their experiences in the guest book in the lobby, and 300 pages of eerie reports are filled each year. The Grand Hotel is the epicenter of ghost activity, but if you stay in Jerome long enough, especially overnight, you're likely to encounter similar strangeness all over town. And here it is, Jerome. Be on the lookout for ghosts. Leaving Jerome heading west, the first sign you see says, "Watch for rocks." After that, 20 and 30-mile-an-hour signs are right next to each other. Take your pick what speed you want to go, I guess. Whatever speed is posted, people do something else, of course. What lies ahead for everybody is 158 curves over 12 miles. The narrow road climbs 2,000 feet to the Mingus Mountain summit, then drops 2,000 feet to the flatlands of Prescott Valley. Most of the road doesn't have a shoulder to stop on, and while you're watching for rocks, you should also watch for wildlife. Deer and other critters are known to cross the road or stand in the middle of it. You should also be on the lookout for police. That holds true all around Jerome and 89A. This stretch of road has a long history of fatalities, and after every time someone dies, the police step up their patrols. They're especially picky on motorcyclists, because obviously all those curves coming out of Jerome are a playground for bikers. A couple months ago, a head-on collision killed a motorcyclist, and since then the police have been citing bikers for anything they can. A friend of mine got an $80 ticket in Jerome for going 20 instead of the posted 15. The twisting roads lead back into some deep canyons and tall trees, such as Jaeger Canyon, which creates some dark shadows. Heading east in the morning and west in the afternoon can be a challenge, running through black shadow into blinding light, then back into shadow. This video doesn't show the true depth of the shadows because my camera automatically compensates to keep even exposure. Just imagine brighter flares and deeper spots along the way. There's a lot of hairpin curves. Many of those scoop down and back out again at 11-degree grade. Blind curves are flanked with steep drop-offs on one side and high rock walls on the other. During the year, sudden thunderstorms and snow also complicate travel. Believe it or not, you even have to look out for the rare bicyclist who is crazy enough to run this route. A lot of things are unstable around here. Jerome was built on the side of a hill. There's a 150-year history of buildings subsiding, crumbling, or sliding down a 30-degree slope due to gravity, erosion, digging, or dynamite blasting. Adding to the instability, Bitter Creek, a tributary of the Verde River, flows intermittently through Jerome. Back in 1938, the jail, which was built in 1905, slid 225 feet down the hill. At the end of the slide, the jail came to rest in the middle of Whole Avenue. Instead of moving the jail, the people changed the road to go around the jail in its new location. Par for the course for Jerome, a quirky place. It seemed destined from the beginning to be a ghost town. Even new buildings turned out spooky by accident. In an effort to complete construction on time, contractors on a major building applied the original colored veneer stucco too soon, and lime leached through. This made the building's exterior look 100 years old when it was new. State Route 89A is an 84-mile highway that runs from Prescott north to Flagstaff. It became a state route in the late 1920s. The highway was extended and improved several times through 1938. As SR 89A moves to the northeast, it begins to ascend the Black Hills mountain range. This section in the Prescott National Forest was designated as Mingus Mountain Scenic Road in 1992. Much of the drive to the top of the mountain is enclosed because of the density of vegetation. At the top of the hill, things open up and there's an overlook and a National Forest campground at Potato Patch. The trailhead leading to Woodchute Wilderness is on the north side of the pass. Descending from the top of the Mingus Mountain to the Verde Valley, there are spectacular views of the Mogollon Rim, San Francisco Peaks, and the red sandstone cliffs leading into Sedona. But enough talking. It's time to ride the curves up to the peak and back down to the flatlands. Come along for the ride if you want.